Hey, Shalom Israel. First and foremost, I'd like to give honor, praise, and infinite glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, blessing, and salutation to the Akim that are pushing his word throughout the four corners of the earth in all truth and sincerity, Lord willing. This reaches the ears of the hopeful elect. All right, it's your brother Kazak Tazabah coming at you once again. Through the power and spirit of Yahweh, Shema Shai, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. All right, so I watched a video from Dabu 7, okay, and pretty much the video was going into how the northeast, eastern, Midwest region are experiencing, you know, they're on that on alert, you know, for the second day, all right, because of the extreme record-setting temperatures and heat, okay, and pretty much people are keeping on, you know, their air conditioning and things of that nature. People worried about, come on, dude, drive. People worried about the grid going down, so a lot of people are, you know, have gathered up their belongings, setting up their generators and things of that nature. All right, pretty much trying to prepare themselves. All right, but you know, this is definitely a lights out scenario. All right, the lights and the grid will be pretty much, you know, oversaturated. Okay, with the heat the way that it is now. All right, it's getting so bad that the power grid can't take all the electricity that it needs to be able to produce or to keep people cool. Okay, so I got this article on shtfplan.com, and it says the United States' largest power grid is under extreme stress and on alert for the second day in a row. Come on, man. Damn. I cannot wait to get out of this hell, bro. People just lack common sense. People just stupid out here, man. Yeah, it's so annoying. Anyway, Salakia for that. It says PJM Interconnection LLC declared another energy emergency alert level 1 through Friday due to excessive heat advisories. All right, you got, well, at least I know for in Vegas, you know, it's 115, 118, you know, degrees out there, man. Now, granted, yeah, it's a desert surrounded by, you know, nothing but mountains and things of that nature, so it traps a lot of that heat. But regardless, man, over 110, over 115, you know, degrees is considered extreme heat, man. You know, which can cause people to go into having strokes, heat strokes, heat exhaustion. So I you know, behoove brothers to, you know, stay hydrated, you know, drink water, okay, because, you know, things is only going to get worse, man. We barely tapping into, you know, to the summer months, man. Okay, we barely hit summer. Get out of the way. What's wrong with people, man? So, brother, stay hydrated, man. You know, eat hydrating fruits, all right, such as watermelons or any kind of melon, all right, things of that nature. Okay, but reading on, it says these alerts cover much of PJM's grid across 13 states from Illinois to New Jersey, with over 65 million customers. All right, well, that's about let's say about a quarter of America's population. All right, because I want to say America got roughly around 300 and some odd million people, 340, 350, somewhere around there, somewhere in the mid 300s. Okay, but PJM, all right, is got 65 million customers, man. All right, which it'll affect everybody. It says the National Weather Service data shows the advisories and warnings for heat plagues most of PJM's grid. PJM has issued these alerts to help prepare generators for the onset of intense heat. It says PJM's preliminary peak load was around 148,000 megawatts, and is forecasted to peak at around 155 megawatts later on Friday, all right, which is today. Okay, so as you can see, it's requiring more megawatts to be able to keep the temperatures for these customers at a reasonable temperature, man. Okay, which is overloading the power grid. It says PJM expects hot weather to persist through Saturday, and shows average temperatures across the lower 48 are expected to peak on Saturday and possibly revert to 5, 10, 30-year averages. Also, notice how the yearly temperature averages have plateaued for the Northern Hemisphere summer. Salaki, man. It's a lot going on right now. Getting phone calls, people driving crazy out here. Salaki. All right, it says a hot weather alert helps to prepare transmission and generation personnel and facilities for extreme heat and or humidity that may cause capacity problems on the grid. Temperatures are expected to be near above 90 degrees in these regions, which drives up the demand for electricity, the grid operator said. All right, so the point there, man, the point that's being made, okay, is that this is definitely a lights out scenario, man. All right, the power grid is being overloaded with people trying to, stay cool, pushing out, having these generators that also the Biden regime is trying to ban. Okay, they're trying to ban these generators, man. So what are they trying to do? They shut the grid down. They banning these generators. Okay, essentially it's going to come to a point where oil and gas, all right, you're not gonna be able to use it, man. So then you're left to rely on Esau. Okay, now Klaus Schwab had mentioned, openly has stated that he's planning on taking on China's lockdown measures during the next Plan D. Okay, and I believe that the next pandemic could definitely be something along the lines of having this grid go down. All right, this definitely, the grid have going down can definitely play a part in this next Plan D, pandemic. Okay, because coming out of the summer months goes into what? You go in the fall and then you go in the winter. All right, well, if you don't have heat because of the grid or whatever has been strained to the point in which it's not even keeping you warm or doing its purpose, then it's going to leave a lot of people without power, without heat, okay, which therefore brings, sicknesses, okay, pestilences, all right, those around those sick months, people getting sick, okay, and then they're going to try to blame it on that. But you got to remember what people was taking a couple years back, people catching the C19, all right, and then they went and got the jab. Now, a year or two down the road, people are starting to croak, man. People are starting to, get these cardiac arrests, these healthy people, athletes, things of that nature. Okay, so things are just only going to ramp up and intensify. But the scriptures also talk about how this is going to be a time of darkness, man. All right, I want to start in the book of Additions to Esther, the 2nd chapter and the 7th verse, and it says, and to their cry all nations were prepared to battle. They might fight against the righteous people. And lo, a day of darkness and obscurity, tribulation and anguish, affliction and great uproar upon the earth. Okay, that's darkness in the land, man. Darkness, gross darkness to people. All right, and darkness in the earth, man. Okay, it says, and the whole righteous nations, and the whole righteous nation was troubled, fearing their own evils, and were ready to perish. See, so it's going to be a lot of people that are going to be in that day that are going to be ready to perish, man, because of the lack of food. All right, the anguish and the turmoil that's going to be taken on in the earth. All right, a day of darkness. Okay, not being able to heat yourself or cool yourselves down. All right, it's going to be a dark time, man. All right, Exodus the 10th chapter talks about how when there was a darkness over the land of Egypt for about 3 days, everybody else was without light, but Israel had light in their dwellings. Okay, because the Lord was with them. You see, and in like manner, man, the Lord is going to be with us in that dark time. All right, I want to get the book of Amos. The book of Amos, chapter 5, and I'll start at verse 18. It says, woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord, to what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. Okay, because when the Lord returns, man, this place is going to be full of darkness, man. Physical darkness and darkness in terms of in a spiritual sense, man. All right, so those wacky tacky Christians who believe that the Lord is going to come with his arms spread open, looking like an Edomite with a whole bunch of naked white baby angels coming behind him. Hey, man, you sadly mistaken, because the Lord is going to come during a time of darkness, man. Okay, and he's not coming, in peace. Okay, he's coming with vengeance, man. It says verse 19, as if a man did flee from a lion in a bare meadow, or went into the house and to lean his hand on the wall, and a serpent bit him. So there's no escaping the judgment of the Lord, man. All right, if you were destined to receive that judgment, that evil to come upon you, you can't escape it, no matter what you try to do. Verse 20, shall not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light, even very dark and no brightness in it? You see, there's going to be no brightness in it. Now, this is speaking more of in a spiritual sense, but there's a duality to this, man. Okay, yeah, there's going to be darkness in the earth. You see, they're going to, and they're going to shut the grids down and things of that nature to expedite, their agenda into pushing the C-hip, the charagma. All right. Yep. All right. So let me get the book of come on, phone. the book of Joel, chapter 2, and verse 1. It says, blow ye trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand. All right, the day of the Lord is at hand, man. And that's what we push. That's what we teach, okay? Is that the Lord is coming back, man. All right? And the Lord is visiting the place in which he made through his judgment. All right, through bringing these plagues, these pestilences, okay? This you know, these prophecies, okay? The wars and the rumors of wars, okay? You know, him getting these, rousing these spirits up on the left-hand side to go ahead and act on their folly and on their wickedness. All right, talking about, you know, pushing, you know, making it mandatory, all right, to take something in your hand or on your forehead, all right, in order for you to buy or sell. All right, they do everything through gradualism. They're going to start by taking this grid down to whatever extent they can, all right, and pushing this agenda. Verse 2, it says, a day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness. All right, just as in the time of Moses, man. All right, when he lifted up his hands to the heavens, and it, once again, that darkness came upon the land for 3 days. All right, it's going to be a thick darkness in the earth. You see, you think it's dark at night. Well, just wait. When your only illumination, your only light is coming from the moon. You see, those street lights that you're used to seeing in the distance and in the background, all right, that gives off a little light, that won't be there no more. All right, so then what? It says, as the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong, there have not been ever the like, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. All right, so this is going to be like a time like never before, man, as it talks about in Daniel the 12th chapter, man. Okay, now this is just, you know, them talking about it, okay, but soon enough they're going to start acting on it, man. The Spirit of the Lord is going to come upon them to go ahead and you know, and get things moving, get things rolling. Okay, you know, Matthew 24th chapter says, you know, and he's going to make the day shorten for the elect's sake. Okay, and how do you make the day shorten? All right, through speeding up prophecy, you know, bringing things to come to pass. You see, you know, so, you know, that was pretty much it. And if the video is on Dabu 7, you know, is referring to the power grid and the alert. All right, the emergency that's being declared for the second day in a row because of these extreme heats. All right, so Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. All right, so with that, I'd like to give honor, praise, and infinite glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakha HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone at Ruel. Peace, blessing, and salutation to the Akim that are pushing his word throughout the four corners of the earth in all truth and sincerity. Lord willing, this reaches the ears of the hopeful elect. And until next time, shalom.